Yo, 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 yo. We are going to get started in just a second here. Hope everyone had a great weekend. I am muted. Excellent. You thought I've been off for a week? Let's do that again. We're gonna pretend like that didn't happen. What up? Everything that I was saying was irrelevant. I'll say the important stuff now. First off, shout out to the mods. Quite literally what I was saying. Shout out to the mods, especially Dusty, who just sent me a message on Discord that I saw that I was muted. Big shout out to the mods. It is a non-member only stream, so that's where we're at. Might have some trolls in the chat, like this Nolan BK1D, whoever that is. So shout out to the mods as always. Shout out to the members. Reminder for you guys, right? I just said this is not a members only stream. Usually the Monday streams are members only, but was gone for the weekend. Figured some people might have some questions. Wanted to get on and talk with you guys a little bit about a few things, but members only streams resume next week. And shout out to the members. Keep an eye out on those memberships. Sometimes they can fade away because we get the gifted ones, so they might expire on you. A lot of gifted memberships going out the first few weeks. So big shout out to anyone who's ever gifted a membership. How about that? We're doing all the shout outs at the top of the hour here. Just gonna be going for an hour as usual. Make sure to throw a like on the stream. Throwing a comment on it after it ends as well is helpful, especially on these shorter ones that are just Q&As. They tend to get a decent amount of rewatch. Compared to like a live rip and ship that's 7 hours long. People aren't really clicking into that, but they'll click into an hour. And I would basically say, oh yeah, any questions? If you have a question, make sure to put a question mark at the end. You can put a question mark at the beginning. Emojis help too, for me to catch them in the chat. I'll throw them up on the screen. That's the deal. Usually I am 20 to 30 minutes behind chat to start, then I catch up usually by the end. So we'll be here for about an hour. So if you have a question and you're like, what is he talking about? It's probably something earlier in chat. We'll get back to it. I'm going to cruise through some of the pre-questions that you guys threw in because I saw a few of them are exactly what I would expect from the Zorner community. Pretty trolly. Let's get into it. I'm going to start though with something that I'm going to make a whole video on this week. And I know that's like something I say all the time. I should make a video about this. This is one I'm gonna actually have to make a video about. Last week's topic was, can Pokemon be a full-time job? And like, what would that look like? Today's topic is gonna be, is Pokemon about to have to be a full-time job? And I'm not gonna get too deep into it now, but I will be making a video, I think, this week about, am I gonna have to be full-time? Am I gonna have to transition into running Zorner cards as a full-time operation, and what does that look like? What will my rest of year goals be? What will my plan be in the new year? What changes does that drastically make to a whole bunch of different aspects of my life? Are those good changes? Are those bad changes? Are they changes and therefore they're just changes and we got to deal with it as they come? I'm viewing it as a very good thing if this is something that does come to be. Like a weight off my shoulders almost, and a blessing. Like truly a blessing. Can't get into that too much yet. Got to figure out what happens. Obviously was off Thursday, Friday, and today from the real job. So when we get back into it tomorrow morning, we will see. One other quick shout out that I do want to do while it's top of mind. A lot of people reached out to me over the last week, and I know a lot of people reached out to the mods as well. You know, we're going to do our thing. Like, that's what it is. We're just going to keep doing our thing. I'm going to keep doing my thing, and I don't know. I guess there's going to be noise out there about whatever silliness all the time, always. That's kind of what comes along with being a person that goes and puts themselves on live video for 40 hours a week. Stuff's going to happen, and I don't know. I don't even have anything, like, interesting to say. There's no juicy details. There's no anything. It's just, like, I don't know. So I had a lot of people reach out to me because I was off this weekend. And, you know, obviously there's, whatever. We got like 17 people watching right now on the live streams. We'll get to like 40, 50 people. You know, there's a couple hundred people in the Discord and the streams that are consistent. And it's like I can't get all the information out there to everyone. But I was off for the weekend for good reasons. We were celebrating McWizard. I was not MIA for any negative reasons. That's for sure. So speaking of, we got a few questions that I'm going to bring up. About the weekend, because that's what got popped up on my screen here. Let me move these. Hold on, let me move this. That'll work better. Yeah, okay. Is McWizard clean shaven? No, because you guys cooked me on the slabs, so we didn't sell out. What are you gonna do? Central, what's going on? Dusty with the firsties. Gabe says who drank the most. That's a good question. I don't know. You know. It wasn't like a murderer's row kind of a weekend. But we definitely had a good time. I don't think anyone handled their alcohol poorly. I think that's what I'll say. A lot of new parents. There were three babies in the house under a year old. So, but we had like, I don't know, 20, 22, 23 people up there. So we had a good time. That's for sure. A lot of life talks in the hot tub. A lot of football on Sunday. It was definitely a good time. Definitely missed the streams though. That's for sure. That's for sure. We'll never get my voice back. Raymond says, do you think Phantasmal Flames will have the same hit rates in Japanese? So there's a few things that are going to be different about this set, but we still don't have the full confirmed set yet, so I can't actually say. But like apparently the Meowth that everyone thought was going to be a Japanese exclusive forever is now going to be in it. Which feels very random to me. I don't know if I have an opinion on that. The Oricorio is supposed to be in the Zard UPC, which or the SPC, whatever it is, the specialty Mega Zard set. So that won't be in the main set. So like right now, it's like you got the 3 Zards, you got the Oricorio, and then it's Japanese. So the Dawn is a good card for like dollar-wise, but we just don't know exactly what else is going to be in the set other than that Meowth that's being rumored. But if the Oricorio is not in the set, which it seems like it's not, you know, who knows what the prices look like, right? It's a small set. It's like Journey Together size. I think it's smaller than Journey Together. So will it be really easy to get the top hits? Maybe that Zard SAR is as easy to get as the Lily in English, but that gold is still going to be hard to get. They're not going to make that easier to get. A gold Zard is not going to be easier to get. The SIR hit rate might be really hard too. Might be the same as Mega. Might be the same as Prismatic. But it's a base set, so it's got booster boxes. You know, it's not a specialty set where you have to get ETBs or bundles. Is the only way of getting a large amount of packs. I don't really have an answer. I will say the hit rate is not going to be the same as Japanese because that's not the way that it works between the sets there. or between the languages there, right? Japanese, you have guaranteed hit rates. English, you do not. So that's there. How old you are? My birthday is in December, and I will be older than 32 in December. By like on the day that I turn 32. Older than 30. Once you hit a point, it's like, you know? Anyway. 32. Good job. We figured it out. You felt more comfortable sending cards in to be graded. Just send it. That's the main thing. Like, if it passes the eye test, just send it. This is also something that is like an operational thing for me, where I don't have to send things in just to PSA, just to get graded by PSA. I have the ability to send them in other places for discounted rates, and that's just kind of my overall thought process. Just send it. Like, with the way that these companies are offering now, it's you know, you could just make money. I don't know if you guys watched the video. It came out over the weekend, but the PSA return, and I kind of showed some of the percent of markets that were given to me. Those are fairly popular cards, you know? So some of the low pop stuff, if you're like, this might get an 8, it might get a 9, I don't know if I want to send it, they might still offer you 90% of market, and it's very easy to sell something instantly to PSA versus listing it on eBay and just like hoping it sells, or taking it to a card show and like hoping a vendor is like, oh yeah, I'll take this. Like, PSA is just offering you a cash out option, and you're eating 7% more than eBay, but you're instantly selling it. Like, I think people discount the fluidity of the current Pokemon market in their heads. They don't think about how hard it is to actually sell something unless it's really desirable. But PSA right now is making it very easy. CGC is making it very easy with Fanatics to just send stuff. Just send it. And if it doesn't get a perfect grade, you probably break it even anyway. So it's just a matter of what your time is worth, or what your money's worth over time, right? Especially if it's a card you pull, as opposed to a card you buy. Mary, I hope you had a good weekend. I hope you got good hits. That's what I'll say there. PokeD's, Raymond, how we doing, everybody? Okay, let me get past the mute part. Don't forget that. Is it uncrustable time? No uncrustable. Muted. Dolan saying preach, very helpful. We did see it. We ran it back. Shout out the mods. The gifted ones, indeed. New Year's resolutions. Wait, is this where we're at? Did we get caught up? Is my chat bugging? Hold on. Did you guys expect me to rant for 30 minutes at the start of stream here? And now we have nothing. New Year's resolutions. I don't have any New Year's resolutions now. That's for sure. I'm also not very much of a New Year's resolutions kind of person. I think there's better times in the year to choose to do a new thing. That's what I would say. Yeah, that's where I would be at. But no, I don't have any specific New Year's resolutions. But no, I will have a lot of stuff to talk about later this week related to what's going to be going on in the Pokemon world for me. Did I settle on a name for a top hit of the night? No, I don't think I did. But wow, that really worked, you know? I know we got a bunch of different responses on that. The king. So the problem is I don't want it to be too much of an inside joke that it doesn't like clear people. Crown Zorner. King Salmon, king of the stream, get it. Yeah, I mean, like a lot of these are like, you know, I'm, yeah, I honestly like, the Zoinker top zoinker or something along those lines. I do like the commentary around like I do like pack battle royale, where it's just like, but the pack battle part is like, you know, it's a different bounty kind of a thing. No, I know yours are jokes. I know, but like also like I don't have like very serious ones outside of that. So what I would say is like I don't have like a great way. I think Battle Royale is like a really good way of saying it. King of the Hill also makes sense. I know there's some places that do like King of the Hill style stuff where it's like the HP of a hit, like whatever hit you get, the HP of that hit is like points. And so then you can like buy a bunch of cards and like end up being the King of the Hill based on like buying a bunch. But like we saw it with Jacob last week. Like he bought 3 packs of Mega, right? And pulled the Lucario and then ended up winning. So it's like, all it takes is 1 pack. But I don't like the pack battle royale problem is it sounds like it's, what's it called? It sounds like you're going to take everyone's stuff that's involved in the pack battle. That's my issue in that regard. So I don't really have like a solution to that part of it. Calling it a battle royale, I think makes sense. Calling it King of the Hill makes sense. Something like that, like you know, like well, they had it on ESPN. You know, they had like the Sports Center top 10, but then they would have like the web gems, which were like the 3 best baseball plays, and so it'd be like that. Like I need like the you know the nightly, you know, King of the Hill, but like King of the Night, or like yeah. Nightly champion, you know, top chase. Top, yeah, I can even stretch those out, right? Like it doesn't have to be on one stream. We do top hit of the week. But then what I don't want to do is like force everyone into like thinking like, oh, whatever the prize is, like I have to buy the top pack. Cause like that's not the whole point is that like you get a top hit and then you also get rewarded on top of that for like having the best hit. Maybe it is going to incentivize some people to like buy packs that are specifically going to have 1 or 2 cards that are like more expensive than whatever the current top card is. But like I think like a nightly bounty, maybe Knight's Bounty with like a K. That's a tough one. I'm going to keep thinking about it. I'm just going to keep calling it King of the Hill, I think. I think King of the Hill, as much as Pack Battle Royale makes sense and, like, sounds good, I think logically it can trip somebody up. Whereas King of the Hill is, like, you know, that's the top dog of the night, biggest hit, that kind of a thing, but it's separate from what a pack battle is. If that makes sense. Yeah, I just don't like pack battles are like their own separate thing. But on like the nightly stuff, like we're gonna have one tomorrow, but I gotta figure out what it's gonna be, because it's not gonna be. I mean, maybe tomorrow it'll be any card, right? Just depending on what I have. Peak Pokemon, yeah, the Pinnacle, Pokemon Pinnacle. It's tough. It's tough to like nail down one specific. That's the other thing I don't want to do. It's tough sometimes, like, you know, I don't have official licensing for Pokemon, so that can, like, that gets people sometimes. Like, if they're using Pokemon licensed stuff in, like, specific advertising, like, Pokemon will, they'll call you on that. Eddie, what's going on, dude? Bandit, by the way, hello, how are you? Zorner Zinger, yeah, it's tough, right? It's like, yeah, it needs to be like the winner's circle or like gold medal, top prize. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's something. It's tough. It's tough, obviously, right? It's tough to just land on a specific thing. And yeah, do you make the slabs more successful on your site? Yeah, I should probably just sell the slabs. Just get good slabs and sell good slabs. This is something I thought about over the weekend, and I think that there's 2 things. One is like 4% of the things that can happen sometimes are going to happen sometimes. And like, that's what's happened on a few of these is we get the 2 top hits right before. The Big Bang is... That's very good. I like that a lot, actually, Buns. Biggest Bang. That... We might be there. We might be there. On brand. That's a good call. That's a good call, Buns. And thank you. I appreciate you being here all night. Keep coming up with ideas for me. Let's hear them. No, I think that the slabs thing is either I need to... Well, first off, I'm going to make like an Omega slab one that is going to have... I have a lot of slabs that are too high priced to put into normal slab lots because they would way off balance the complete structure, if that makes sense. Like, I can't have these top hits be $1,000 and then the buy-in be $80 because then I'd have to have, like, 40 cards under $80 to make it work. So it's just, like, that's not a thing. But I do want to make, like, a top one that is, like, the equivalent of a box break where I'm going to make 10. They're going to be cards that are at least $200. The buy-in's going to be $300. There's going to be, 8 cards that are $200. There'll be 1 card that's $600, and there'll be 1 card that's $500 or $1,000. I don't know what the breakdown looks like exactly, but it would be like that. All 10 have to sell out. Then we open all 10 and see who gets what. Or I have to continue to expand the size. Right now they are running around 28 or 30 slabs in a lot, and I think that I need to be making that much bigger. If you look at a lot of these other people that do mystery products, or if they do like big slab lots, it's hundreds of cards. And then there's still the same percentage of hits, but it's all spread out, so it's like 1 hit. The literal top chase goes away, but there's 3 of them that are in the same top chase category. And if there's 100 cards in the lot, having a 1% chance of hitting each of the top 3 cards, early on just doesn't happen. But yeah. Low, mid, top, separate slabs category. I will definitely have tops. I will have separate slab categories in the future, I think. I just kind of like ran before I could walk on the slabs, I think. And so, like, to a certain extent, I, like, put, like, a ton of inventory dollar amount into slabs. And then I have all these slabs, but then I don't have all of the pack equivalents that I would. Like, running out of things that I ran out of last week that I never ran out of before. Or, like, I would never have expected to run out of as quickly as I did. That wouldn't have happened if I hadn't put, like, basically half of my inventory money into slabs on, like, a 3-week notice or a month-long notice, just starting with slabs like that. So I think, it's a learning process in that regard. I'm not too concerned about it. I do still think that, like, the slabs are exciting. I do still think that there is interest in the slabs. I think that there are a lot of people who are not watching my streams that are watching slab streams that either haven't found my channel or found it before I had slabs and then just went, that is the that's the guy, he only has packs, he doesn't actually have slabs. And so it's just, I got to get it more incorporated the same way I used to not have nearly as much English as I do now, and now I have English. So it's like, that's just the way that part of it has to play out. So I'll keep at it, and the reality is that it's like, it's all percentage odds anyway. It's not like you guys are in my office watching me pack these and seeing what I'm doing and knowing that, like, which numbers you need to pick. It's all random, and then it's just sometimes the randomness works out better in your guys' favor than it does for me, and that's part of the game. So that is the scenario. McWizard is alive. He is alive. He did not die. No, McWizard not even close to dying, except for during tug of war. I think we all might have died. Just so everyone knows, it was a joint bachelorette party where we went to, like, a cabin in the woods and did, like, a summer camp style thing. So a lot of mini games going on that kind of a thing. Top of the pull chain. I think the problem here is like if we look at, this is where I'm at. The Big Bang, like, I would say 90% self-explanatory. Biggest bang of the night gets the, you know what I mean? So then it's like top of the pull chain. I feel like we're a little more than 10% explanation, if that makes sense. Oreo, if that makes sense. Leader of the pack. This is a good pun. I don't dislike it. The young Sheldon of the night. Okay. See, this is where we're at now. Tug of War will not be returning to camp. A lot of injury potential in some of these things that were going on. Yeah. Ryan, oh, my favorite wizard, the Mick Wizard. That sounds weird to say. Yeah, so I don't know. So I feel like that was, I didn't really have too much more to talk about, just because I don't have complete information to be able to share everything. That's why I was saying I want to make a video later on this week, but like I do think there's just going to be more layers to Zorner cards in the coming weeks than there are today. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. I get this, Raymond. This is the number one problem in general, is people are only buying things when I'm live. There are people that pre-order an hour or so before I go live. But like, if I put up slabs and there's 30 of them and they are $100 each, I'm not selling out. I'm not going to sell 20 slabs before I open one of them. Like, we're not even selling 5 slabs before I open one of them. So I'm not going to sell out. I'm not going to get to 80%. I'm not going to get to 50% sold out before I open a single one. And I'm not really interested in making sure I sell out before I open everything. I think that that's just like a different game that I could offer, but I just don't think that the viewership that I have now, the customers, the people that are supporting and buying, I think those people are mainly packs, or they are, it's a good time to strike in the slabs, and so they do, or they want to get like 1 or 2, but I don't have like 15 people that want to get 1 or 2 every single week, and then I could sell 30 in a week. So then it becomes a question of, should I just be selling slabs? Do people just want to buy slabs, or are people looking, you know, that's kind of the thing there. It's just not as, and the other thing too is like, there's a lot of these apps that you can do live auctions on, or live slab rips, mystery products like that, where you can instantly cash your slab out, or you can instantly mail it to you from your vault, like from your PSA vault with eBay Live, or from your Fanatics vault with Fanatics Live, and they will give you instant cash out offers for store credit on their apps. And I don't have the ability to do that because it's just me. So I have to go in and manually price them and manually have the communication and then send the gift card. And then, so there's just like different levels of like what someone's capable of doing just by turning it on and going. So that's what I would say. I'm not like, I don't know. I'm not trying to like poo-poo any ideas on the slab front. I just think it's like, there's a very simple cut and dry, like this is what my upper limitation is currently. Based on a million different factors of viewership, scale, price points that I can offer, amount of inventory that I can have on hand, and then it's the appetite. Like I did not build my stream on the people want slabs. I don't have, you know, there's a viewer or two sometimes who will go in on a bunch of slabs. but it is not, 90% of my viewership likes packs. That's the way it's been, and I don't know if that's like just gonna change. But it's also not like I don't know. It's not like a crippling problem by any means. But it might just be a matter of like, what does it look like? Does it need to be something that I offer specifically on my YouTube streams, or is there some other way that I could be doing that? So I'm gonna keep looking at it that way. Display with an explosion behind the cards. Yeah, exactly. And there will be like the top card of the night. The background's gonna change to be more static than it is now. Like the display background, as opposed to having like different ETBs or like whatever it is throughout the night, or throughout the weeks. Like when I have a bounty and I put it up, that kind of a thing. I think it's gonna be I'm gonna build a little bit more of a static background, and keep that in mind as a plan to put on there, like where I could put a card so that it's always on display, but like not on the table, right? Like I could put it up on a backboard or something that has like, top hit of the night, ! BB, Big Bang, and get the rules, that kind of a thing. That'll be there. Slabs Addy. I just don't think, I think it's like, it's what's the flavor? What's the appetite for it? And I just don't know if that's I don't think that's exactly it. I think there's a lot of people that like ripping a lot of packs. There's some people that like the gamble of the slabs, but they're not out here like that's their number one target. But I still think it's good to offer, in general. I'm missing some messages because Ashley's didn't show up for me here. Ashley says package dopamine. Yeah, and I still think that like slabs have that. I think it's just a matter of like what your personal expectation is for that kind of stuff. Are you a slab person or are you not? And I didn't like build Zorner cards on the idea of slabs. Like I don't have a single slab for sale on my website yet. And that could be something that I could talk about too if you guys don't have any more specific questions. I'm going to answer Central's question here. And then I can kind of talk on my own about some stuff that might be coming up here. But any fun plans you're working out between now and the end of the year? I don't think I'm going anywhere. I don't think I'm doing anything in particular. Probably from now until baby is here. We are about to get into change the layout of the house specifically. Right now we have a guest bedroom that's got to turn into a nursery. I've got to move a bunch of things that I'm storing in there into here or some other version of storage. Changing the layout of this office that I'm in so that I can have a lot more in here. Like you guys can literally see, this is one of 3 giant bubble wrap rolls that I have in here. Like I have boxes that are within an inch of me right now. I've got another bubble wrap roll. Like it's just, this is day before packing day, so it's like that. For the oh, fun plans for the stream. No fun for the stream ever. Yeah, I don't know about like streams specifically. This is like the tricky part. Like I've mentioned it a few times. It is very much the state of the Zorner cards universe right now, but that like I was off. I haven't streamed since last Wednesday, and the sales that I made were pre-orders for MetaZoo. Made those sales on Thursday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I'm streaming tomorrow. We should have sales tomorrow. But that's 5 days of not a single thing selling technically on the website. And so does it all have to be stuff for me that I'm focusing on and how the streams are going? I think right now I would be very happy if we just did if everything that I did in the last 30 days or the last 60 days or the last 90 days continued, I streamed, 3-4 times a week. Let's say 3.5 times a week on average for 6 hours, 7 hours on average per stream. Coast. Very happy with that. Continue to bring in more, have higher volume of product, and then continue to diversify. Make sure that I have a lot more Sword and Shield on hands at all time. Make sure that I'm able to reach back to get Sun and Moon product, even XY era packs, if people are interested in those, and having those on hand at all times. Making sure that I'm having a good flow of all Japanese and Chinese products, so I'm not in a situation where I'm like, oh, I can't get anything from Japan over the weekend, but I have 2 streams before a shipment shows up from Japan and I just have nothing. So for me, in that regard, like expanding out or new ideas for the stream, or like, those things are like, how do I say this? More like in the moment reactionary kind of things, as opposed to like I want to plan this big thing, if that makes sense. Like I do think like continuing to do live streams with McWizard when we get launches of new sets, like still very much on board for that, being like a, every month or every other month kind of thing where we know he's going to be here and we're kind of good with that. Get a Halloween stream coming up on Friday. I'll need to get my costume in order for that. I am... What else am I... What else am I... Oh, and I know, like, there's going to be some... Yeah, see, here's Nolan asking about the holidays. So, like, 12 Days of Zornmas. So, like, I know that's going to be a thing, right? Like, oh, what about Black Friday? And then what about Small Business Saturday? And then what about Cyber Monday? It's like, we'll probably do some version of something. I'll have to cook something up, I would imagine. But I am not, like, settled in on anything like that. I don't really... Yeah, nothing that's, like, top of mind in any specific way. Pretty much all viewer bulk does get organized. Don't know what the costume is yet. All viewer bulk does get organized and donated. So just trying to, like... what I would say fun ideas coming up would exist outside of Zorner Card's live streams, if that's an answer that satisfies your question, Central. I know that it's like, that's pretty vague, but I did mention it a bit last week, but like being able to do streams selling singles, or being able to do streams selling graded cards, or mystery products, but not specifically on Zorner Cards YouTube, whether that's me, whether that's somebody else, but under the Zorner Cards umbrella, but on a different app, but not specifically like on YouTube Zorner Cards, just because there's limitations to like what I can do here, right? Like I can't run auctions, but if I was on an app, I could run auctions. That kind of a thing. It would also be specific to being able to make new video content that's pre-recorded video content while still managing to maintain a schedule of streaming 25 to 30 plus hours a week, to then also have the ability to like supplement that with another 2 to 5 hours of YouTube content, maybe not every week, like that feels pretty high. Although with the membership videos, the way that I do them, like in these live streams, like I don't think it would be a problem for me to kind of pump out at least 2 hours a week of like podcast style content that is just more of like direct engagement, not really like selling anything, but like you are in chat communicating with me, or I'm recording thoughts and then putting them in a video or a podcast format for you guys to then be able to listen to them. That's kind of the like thought that I have for stuff that's not specific to the live streams. But I would say even further than that, Midweek Machumps, yeah, that would be us. Even further than that, I would say it's more like I have this website and people go to it and they look at people maybe open the emails that I have, or they look at Discord when things get posted. I also have the ability to sell through eBay, and so, you know, if the goal is to build the brand Zorner cards, what is the actual approach to like taking time to then make sure that I'm selling more than just what I'm selling on the live streams, but having that be like a separate thing. So specifically, like very, very easy answer to this is a lot of people like specific cards from MetaZoo, but maybe they don't care enough to buy an entire booster box or to buy packs and hope to get a specific card, because then they end up with a bunch of stuff they don't want, and maybe they didn't want the one, you know, they didn't get the one card that they did want. But if I have distro pricing on MetaZoo for Secret Shadows, could I not buy a whole bunch of boxes to open and then sell the individual cards myself through my website, so that if someone did want to get the Mothman card from Secret Shadows, they could just get that card without having to buy the equivalent of, you know, 5 boxes, and they're getting it from me as opposed to a random person on eBay. That's a very easy like brand of Zorner cards thing that I'm thinking about that is not specific to the live streams. But on top of that, I would say I'm also thinking about, you know, we have the buy sell trade channel in Discord, but not everyone's in the Discord and not everyone is looking at that channel all the time. But if once a week I took a whole bunch of cards that people were looking to sell, and whether I have them personally or someone else has them, and I then post them on my website, you would be able to use that as a consignment service. So you could pay me a percentage fee or a flat fee, depending on what the card is, to have it listed on my website, so that when it sells, you get a cash out from me, and I can, you know, organize getting it mailed to the person that it needs to get mailed to, or you could send me the card and I can hold it as like a vault and then sell it for you and then cash you out, whether that's on eBay or whether that's through my website. Having that as an opportunity for people who either don't have the comfortable levels of being in the selling of Pokemon products. That's, you know, certainly something that's on the table, more so than me just saying, hey, sell me your cards and then I'll sell them. It could be I could sell your cards for you using ZornerCards.com, using the Zorner Cards eBay account, using my email address or my Instagram, and then using my emails to send out a weekly, hey, we've got a whole bunch of new singles up on the shop. We've got a whole bunch of new graded cards up on the shop. Some of them are consignments from customers. Some of them are, you know, my cards that I'm selling through the website, and you guys can go and buy off the website, same as you would anything else, but you get those cards that either I have or somebody else has, and they get sent to you as an operation. So I think that there's like things that I'm very interested in doing that are not specific to the live streams, that still turn around and like benefit everyone, and, you know, they make the live streams more specific to what the live streams are, while still building this idea of like being a digital card shop, not just being another version of like Amazon. Right, more interactive. So, and we saw that, right? Like I put up a whole bunch of promo cards this last week on the website, or 2 weeks ago. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. So talk for a little bit there. Let me read some of the stuff here. Rental car not being rented. Similar, yeah. What 9 to 5? We'll see. More news to come this week, but right now I work in sales for a robotics company. Don't know the costume yet. Yeah, but I've also said this before too. Like, I don't know, we got 20 people right now watching, and I'm not doing anything other than just talking. So like, bro, to get 20 people to listen to you at once, like that is... 6 months ago I was doing this for 2 people at a time, and one of them was a buyer, and another one was certainly either me or someone who fell asleep with their phone on TikTok and they just registered as a viewer for me. So we're not even selling anything right now. I'm just sitting here talking with you guys, and we got, well, now we have 18 viewers. So I acknowledge somebody that wanted to dip, but Yeah, it's still so early. It's still so early. Like, I have to keep reminding myself of that. Like, I talked to a lot of people this weekend who had no clue what I was up to in regards to, like, Pokemon or using Zorner cards as, like, a brand. And they were like, oh, that's cool. Like, you're doing this, that, the other thing. Like, how long? It sounds like you've been at this for a minute. Like, I can't believe I never heard anything about it. I'm like, started the company in February. So, you know, that's where we're at. So we're still so early. And, like, I don't even know. Like, McWizard put this video out. By the way, I'm going to link it right now. Because if you guys didn't watch this video, I haven't even got to watch this video yet. Obviously, I made it. But McWizard made this video. So go watch and give it a thumbs up. Put a comment on it. Especially if you guys didn't put... if you guys didn't put a comment on it at all, please do that if you already watched it. But, like, that video got over 1,000 views, and I think that's the first video ever on my channel that's ever gotten over 1,000 views. Even these, like, giveaway videos, like, we have the PokeRev the 1,000 sub giveaway video. We don't even have 1,000 views on that one, and I'm literally giving something away for free in that one. And in this PSA return one, it's got 1,200 views on it, and it's like a spreadsheet video. Like, I don't even have the cards to show you guys in that video. I have the cards now, and I'll show, you know, some of them. Some of them were in the slab lot, so we gave them away, but but, like, you know, it's just, sometimes it's like, that's the highest viewed video that I have on the channel that's like a real true video. We've got some 7,300, we've got some high view count TikToks, shorts, TikToks. Like, I've had TikToks that have gone, I have an Instagram reel that's like, you know, whatever, 25,000, and, like, you know, some of that stuff is, like, important to me, but, like, the views are okay, but it's like, what does it convert into? Like, if I had a 1 million view video and then the next stream that I did, I had one more viewer, you know, how important were those 1 million views? But you know, we're not even at 1,000 subs yet, although I haven't looked. Maybe we are now. We're at 973. So, like, again, this is like the thing, right? Like, I'm gonna, you know, preface this, or I'm gonna clarify the earlier statement around the, you know, no sales over the weekend. But, like, we gained, that's like 15 subs over the weekend. What if all 15 of those people come to the next live stream and buy just one pack? So there's obviously, like, value and reputation that you can create without, like, having sales. And so a lot of what I'm, like, really focused on is we got to get to that 1,000 sub mark. We're gonna do a huge night for the 1,000 subs. That's no question. I'm not. I don't even have to plan anything. I got a whole bunch of people that have already bought in a bunch of stuff to give away. We've got people that are, you know, just super excited for McWizard and I to get to that mark for a whole bunch of different reasons. And I know you guys will enjoy that 1,000 sub giveaway stream that we end up doing. Where did this one go? Okay, that was there. Gabe wants to know if you keep using Wix. Currently, that's the plan. I have no plans to, like, change directly at the moment. But yeah, I don't have like a true answer on that. Store all week, even if not live, will help greatly. Yeah, well, yeah, and it's like, and again, like, if I had sold everything all over the weekend and all that stuff, but it was all live rips, there's no difference in that regard, if that makes sense, right? Like, if I sell everything only on days that I'm live, but I still sell the same amount as if people were pre-buying days in advance for the next live stream, that's the same. So that part doesn't really matter to me as much as it is, like, people could still be buying sealed from me. And I'm not saying it's anybody out there has to buy sealed from me. People that are buying live rips from me, buy live rips. That's fine. Like, I'm doing the live stream thing. That's happening for, you know, my enjoyment, your guys' enjoyment, the success of Zorner cards. Like, there's a whole bunch of reasons that all that is happening. But that doesn't mean that there's people who don't have time to tune into the live streams, or maybe they don't like buying packs that are ripped live and they want to get them sealed. But that's not like something that's happening for me. Like, that's not a thing that is consistently happening. I would say less than 5% of my total sales are sealed, if that makes sense. So it's more of being a complete card shop as opposed to just being a rip and shipper. Yeah, I know, Dusty. I know. Mr. Clean, what's going on? Bill, good to see you. Gotta watch that video. Okay. I am starting to sweat. We got home. AC is not pushing air into the house for whatever reason. They're coming out on Wednesday. It's only 90 degrees tomorrow. Bit of a bummer after being in the mountains all weekend. Hanner says, thoughts on collabing with folks or stay yourself? Well, the frank answer, I am, what's the phrase? Gun shy? Snake bitten? Scorned? I collab with New Variable. That's right. I appreciate you, Central. Yeah, Hannah. I am probably good on large scale interaction. I think for the most part, for the time being now, just because of some recent stuff that still feels weird. But I think that there's just like there's I'm never gonna say no, but I'm at the moment like I'm gonna stay inside a little bit, just because yeah, it's unfortunate because I would not have originally thought that I would be choosing to not. But I do think that there is, like, it's just got to be the right people. I gotta find... Gotta be a little more selective, I think, in that regard. Very vague answer. If Coop's Collection called me up tomorrow and said, hey, we're looking to partner with... Rippin' Shippers who have less than 1,000 viewers on or 1,000 subs on YouTube, are you interested? I wouldn't be like, I've had a bad experience recently, so I'm gonna say no. That's kind of where I'm at with that. I'm not out there actively being like, oh, dude, it's so bad. I almost just said the word leech. Like, I'm not interested in getting my name out there just to get my name out there. If there was someone that I really, truly, like, looked up to and appreciated in the hobby that reached out to me and wanted to have me on their podcast or wanted to do a combined giveaway or wanted to do some version of a sponsorship, I'm definitely having the conversation. And I would be happy to do so with a lot of people in the Pokemon world. But at the moment, like, I've got so much on my plate to focus on for myself, and that might end up being a blind spot for me. And I think I'm okay with that, if that makes sense. Rogan soon. Hold on. Where's my Rogan microphone? Joe, have you heard they tried to clone Mew with Ditto? You're not gonna believe this. Mukbang and cardboard ASMR. I would like that. Like, I think, McWizard, this is, here, we'll bring this up. McWizard, great idea. I think I've watched a PokeNE video where he did this. Like, he used to do live streams while packing orders. He would play lo-fi music, he would turn the camera on, and then for 3 hours, he would sit there and pack orders and talk with chat. You tell me. I do have, yeah, I have business. My business card's the same one that I give you guys when you make your first order. You get the Zorner Cards card. I give those out. Well, I appreciate that, Dusty. We're not going to pretend like there's not people that I don't, in some form, interact with who haven't been good to me. Because I think Dusty is a prime example of that. And, that, again, forever grateful for a lot of weird things happening in a lot of weird ways. Like, let me go back on what Raymond says here. I'm surprised you haven't blown up even faster. Dude, you have no control other than just turn the camera on. Like, it is, there's so many things in your life that you do not have the control over. You could have done things to prevent certain things from happening. Other things are still going to happen. You don't have infinite time. You don't have the ability to control every single outcome. But if you don't actually just do it. Like, it's really annoying. If you don't actually do it, Nike is literally, it's unbelievable. I'm wearing an Adidas hat. All day I dream about just doing it. Somebody hit the button. Nike nailed it. You just have to. Like, Dusty's here because I got a raid from CTR because I stayed live for an extra 5 minutes one night. Like, that's it. Like, that literally very directly, like, and I don't know how Dusty ended up in CTR's stream, but, like, something led to him to do that, and then he was there that night, and then they raided me, and then he sent me a message on Instagram the next morning, and now it's, like, 3 months later, 4 months later, and Dusty is, like, main man mod #1 for me on a random raid from CTR, where we now get to listen to this.
Zorner has like 2 people at MTQ. Oh, perfect. Zorner, we're going to Zorner.
Just because I stayed live for an extra 5 minutes. Like, I was done. I had no more pack orders left. I had nothing. Stayed live for an extra 5 minutes. Got the raid. Ripped an entire box of Destin Rivals. Gave it away. Winner of that giveaway, Bandit. That was like Bandit's 3rd stream. What are we talking about? So I feel very lucky in like such an insane amount of ways. And I'm not like, I'm not out here denying that like these are all things that have happened to me for reasons that are more so than just I was live and that's all that it was. But, there's just a lot more that goes into it than what you think you can control. Are we all here because of Dusty? I mean, I say this all the time. Like, I don't know if Bandit's still watching. I hope he's not. I'll continue to say that. I really do, like, the way that I feel about Zorner Cards as, like, what this whole thing is. Because I've described it as a dumb show. I can't believe people watch. The fact that people are still here listening to me right now. Can't believe it. Doesn't make sense. I appreciate it. It'll always confuse me. I am crowd surfing. And there's a crowd. And I don't know how big the crowd is. I don't know when I'm going to get to the end of it. But I am crowd surfing. And there are some people who the hands that they have used to hold me up have had like a ludicrous lift on them. And then they stay and they walk like a pallbearer for my dumb dead body. as I zombie through this. That, like, I don't know if I'm still here doing this to the same extent if it's not for the fact that Bandit just shows up in my stream as the GOAT and starts gifting packs to random people.
Zorn has like 2 people MTQ. Oh,
thank you, new variable. But like, I just think it's one of those things that's like, I don't know if I'm here if it wasn't for the fact that Rose, who a lot of people don't even know. Rose, there's a new Rose that shows up in chat now, but Rose M, who used to be on my TikTok chat, she was my first mod ever. She would sit and like watch all of my streams and like cheer people on and like put all of the likes on the TikTok streams. Like, there was a support level that existed with just one viewer that like you can't even compare to like what it is now when I turn it on. And it's like the fact that Gabe and Ashley and Hannah and Buns and who else can I call out as an example? But like Oreo and the little Oreos, or Mr. Oreo, or like Silent and Kale. Like, who's the newest example? Michelle and Ryan. Like, that I'm literally, instead of putting Netflix on and funneling money to these big corporations that are making the same show over and over again with different actors or whatever, you have like literal couples that are sitting at home on a Friday night and they will watch me for 6 or 7 hours or 8 or 9 hours or 10 hours if I open One Piece. That's just like, you know, that's what I mean. Like, but it's all the thing. We're all here because of Dusty. We're also all here because of Bandit. We're also all here because of McWizard, who, by the way, for those of you who don't know, McWizard like didn't watch my streams for the first 2 months of me streaming. And like years from now, like, what if we're like, dude, Bandit showed up in stream. We hadn't seen him in like 6 months, and he showed up in stream and hung out with us for a few hours. How cool was that? Meanwhile, we could have 4,000 viewers. Like, something silly. Like, there's just like some version of that where you just can't like compare. So it's like every little thing I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for the fact that I got an email today from someone saying, hey, my package never showed up. And I reached out to USPS and they were like, don't know where it is. And he was like, can you do something for me? And I'm like, I'm so glad you reached out, as opposed to just being like, I can't buy from Zorner anymore because my package disappeared, and then like never hear from you ever again. Like, it's every little thing of it. Like, I have to be like, it all feels so important, even if it's like you as any viewer out there, you could see someone come to my stream and spend $1,000 in a night. That is very important when I'm as small as I am, and there's big chunks that can be made up. That's very important. But it's just as important as the people who hang out my streams all night long, talking to other people in chat, welcoming them in, hitting the thumbs up button, commenting on every YouTube video. Like, I don't know. It never has to be that financial specific lean that is like important, right? Like, we're literally, like the whole like we're all here because of Dusty. Like, Dusty is specifically here because he sent me an Instagram message that I was like, oh, I saw it right away the next morning. You know what I mean? You got a community store. A lot of it is you guys carrying it a lot more than I am. Like, we used to do the whole like, this is a cult, this is this is not a democracy kind of a thing. Sometimes I open up the Discord and I'm just like, I think I could not say anything for like 2 weeks in here and these people wouldn't even notice. They just keep going about their buy sell trade and their drops and their Poke 2, and they're talking about Legend ZA and people posting about One Piece and Mary posting every single hit that she gets and like all that kind of stuff. Like, I just think that it's You know, I get my greedy turn the camera on and everyone pays attention to me. That happens for about the first 10 minutes of stream, and then you guys are doing whatever the hell else you want to do the rest of the time, talking to each other, paying attention to the rips for you guys, that kind of stuff. But a lot of it is a lot more you guys than it is me. If you ever need security, I appreciate that, Raven. Rather be here than watching Netflix. That's why I'm here. I wanted to do something that I felt was productive. We're talking about, ew, McWizard's got a shave? Tough. Everyone will enjoy the Skarmory cult. Nah, we're gonna get the new music squared away. Dusty, appreciate you. Josie, what's going on, dude? Patrick Mahomes' head looking goofy. Dude, Raymond, you're out here thinking about food a lot, bro. You got carb issues? You cutting? What's the deal? Cult music? Yeah, we're gonna get back to it. I have not looked. Did this game start already? Chiefs are up. Oh my god, it's only 7-0. The first quarter was no score. Kareem Hunt, 1-yard rush. GG, Nolan. If I'm allowed to say that in chat. I don't know if I am. If I'm allowed to say it yet. Brutal game. Because of your polls. Oh yeah, fair actually. Yeah, no, I'm going to ban food polls so that it's your channel, you can't. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Nick might be watching. He might call me out. The Santa Democracy. Very true. Josie's like... Week of Bootyah game. I didn't even realize that it's almost halftime. I guess I started very late. Not sad. I get to drop a lot of players this week. Very excited about that. Bucks won though, bro. That Bucks game was brutal. Too many field goals. Too many Sean Tucker touchdowns and field goals. Don't say Patriots. You're gonna summon Legato. Although Legato, I don't know. Maybe Legato's gone, bro. He sent me like a message every week that Drake May wins a game, but they lost to the Steelers. So I just keep posting more. Did Kareem Hunt just score? Wait, he just scored that touchdown right now. Oh my, that is brutal. What? Mahomes has 2 interceptions? I'm not looking at this anymore. That's gross. I'm gonna make dinner. I'm not even gonna watch this game. I'm gonna go to sleep. Josie, we talked about a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know. We're an hour and 10 minutes in. I feel like I kind of, you know, we did the thing. I talked about a lot of like, kind of like generic stuff. I wish I had more details to give you guys. I literally have to talk to my boss tomorrow, my real work boss, and see what the deal is. But I very much might be taking a leap into straight up into Zorner cards, and bringing all of you folks along with me, and seeing what we can do. No, it would be not boss input, not like that. No, boss output. Put me out. Not the wife. No. This is real job. Question mark. Am I going full time on Pokemon? That's the situation that I find myself in. So, we're gonna see. That was, you know, the whole video. Talked about that a little bit. Talked about it at the beginning, but the video last week was, can you do it? How does it work? And I think the video this week will be what happens if it's the only option. What if it's the best option? How do I lean into it? That's kind of where I'm at. Yeah, realistically, this is kind of hard to say. It doesn't really matter how my conversation with my boss goes. It matters in like one of two ways, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain that exactly, but the DMV. You work at the Department of Motor Vehicles? Is that Delaware, Maryland, Virginia? What does DMV mean? The tri-state area? Josie's saying OMG. Well, Josie, I don't know. You like cars, right? Maybe you work at the DMV. What do you guys think? Any last questions? I'm gonna be live tomorrow. We're gonna be doing rips. I have so many boxes of stuff that I have to open. I gotta get inventory up on the site, but we're gonna rip tomorrow. We're gonna rip Wednesday. We're gonna rip Friday, Halloween. We're gonna rip Saturday. Josie. Hey, send me that Charizard, bro. I'll take it, even if it's bent. Let's do that. Let's do that. I just looked at my phone. The only message I have is from Nolan. He says, this Monday Night Football game stinks. Josie says Zard question mark. And with that, we're going to end it. Trevor has it. What does Trevor have? Yeah. Okay, we did our hour. I gotta take care of a few things. Oreo, no, I forgot to bring the package up, but he's coming over tomorrow, so he'll have it tomorrow. He also didn't get married, so I don't. Do you want his wedding gift to be given to him already? Josie says, how was the trip? Josie, watch the video from the beginning. No, McWizard not on the stream tomorrow. He's just gonna help me pack, because I gotta pack and get everything out tomorrow, because we were gone all weekend. And I got a lot of stuff to get out. And he's got a lot of stuff to get for my car that I drove down from the hill for him. But we could talk, yeah, VCR Rewind. We could talk more about the weekend tomorrow. Not really a lot of, I don't know. Nothing that I really need to go too deep into. It was a good time. We had a good time. You were saying there's a card show in Phoenix. Is this the PokeCon? What is this one? Is this PokeCon 2025 Phoenix? This is what Beard Dad and Coop are going to be at? Where is this? Is this the one that we went to? We've been to this hotel before? McWizard? Yeah, that's the only thing I would say is Nolan here pulled Mega Lucario. Gengar Gem 3? Okay, yeah, let's do it, dude. Yeah, I will probably go to that. I didn't even realize it was this weekend already. Yeah, we'll have to see. It's 3 nights? I gotta see what the schedule is. Bro, breakfast with Coop at 8 a.m.? Let this guy sleep, dude. That's just mean. And they got a fast pass for Beard Dad and Coop, $10 to meet them. Dang, bro. This is like big. Drink vouchers and all this stuff. Day badge is $25. When is it? When does it open on Sunday? 10 a.m. Tough. Maybe Saturday. I didn't even think about this. Alright, we're done. I just got the text from the big boss, as you folks have said. It's dinner time. We gotta go make dinner. I'm gonna leave. If you guys have any questions, we'll talk about it tomorrow. Also, get some polls ideas together. We can do some polls that are not food related. You gotta stop thinking about food while I'm streaming. We're all gonna eat too much. We're gonna wrap it there. Leave a comment on this afterwards. Just be like, wow, I love this part, and then like link to a random part. But also don't do that, because apparently I'm not allowed to tell you guys what to do, like liking a video, because YouTube yells at me. I don't know what the deal is. Everything's weird. I'm gonna go make dinner. I'll bring sanitizer. Okay. Josie's not gonna leave a comment. That's fine, Josie. I'm gonna hide all the Gengar Gem 3 boxes. I'm gonna get out of here. We're gonna call it a night. We'll be back tomorrow. And we'll be back Wednesday. We'll be back Friday. Appreciate you guys hanging out. We'll see you tomorrow.